Imagine walking into a place where the past refuses to stay buried, where every shadow seems to harbor a secret, and every sound carries the weight of forgotten tragedies. Tonight, we explore one of America's most haunted locations, the Cursed Station. Once a bustling hub of activity, the Cursed Station now stands abandoned, its silence broken only by the echoes of ghostly whispers and unexplained noises. Join us as we follow a skeptic's journey into this eerie relic of the past, uncovering chilling truths that defy explanation. Get ready for a spine-chilling adventure as we delve into the shadows and discover the terrifying reality of the Cursed Station. But beware, once you step into the darkness, there's no turning back. Stay with us to uncover the secrets lurking in the abandoned halls of the Cursed Station. I had always been drawn to the unknown, but nothing prepared me for the eerie desolation of the abandoned station on the outskirts of the forgotten city. Known among locals as the Cursed Station, it had been left to rot decades ago, with tales of ghostly apparitions and strange occurrences surrounding it. That crisp autumn morning, armed with nothing but a flashlight and my curiosity, I ventured into the shadows of the station, eager to document its secrets. The station was a crumbling relic of the past. Once grand and bustling, it now lay silent and decayed, its once polished marble floors covered in a thick layer of dust and grime. The tracks were rusted and overgrown with weeds, and the overhead lights flickered sporadically, casting long, ominous shadows. As I walked through the main hall, a shiver ran down my spine. There was an unsettling stillness, a weight in the air that was both oppressive and foreboding. That first day, I focused on taking photographs and exploring the waiting areas and ticket booths. The silence was occasionally interrupted by the distant creak of metal or the scurrying of unseen creatures. As night fell, the atmosphere transformed. The once familiar surroundings now felt alien and hostile. Strange noises began to emanate from the dark corners, soft, rhythmic knocking that seemed to come from within the walls. I set up a makeshift camp in the central waiting room, hoping to capture some of the station's mysteries on film. However, as darkness deepened, the sounds grew louder and more erratic. Shadows moved just out of my line of sight, and whispers seemed to fill the air. I could barely make out words, but they seemed to be pleading, warning, or perhaps cursing. On the second night, I decided to delve deeper into the station's history. Among the dusty remnants of old newspapers and forgotten artifacts, I stumbled upon a collection of documents that told a harrowing tale. Reports from decades ago recounted a tragic accident. A train derailed on these very tracks, leading to a catastrophic loss of life. According to local legends, the spirits of those who died that night were believed to haunt the station, forever trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. My research was interrupted by a sudden drop in temperature. The air grew frigid, and my breath became visible. The whispers returned, louder and more insistent, and I felt a chilling presence watching me. The once familiar waiting room now felt like a trap, and I struggled to keep my fear at bay as I made my way to the old ticket office. As I explored further, I noticed something unusual about the old ticket office. was cluttered with old tickets and fare charts, but in the corner, I found a dusty ledger with names and dates of passengers. Many of the names were familiar, corresponding to those in the reports of the accident. It seemed as though the ledger had been preserved as a grim reminder of the tragedy. The temperature dropped further, and I began to hear faint cries of anguish. I followed the sounds, only to find myself in the darkened train platform area. The platform was littered with broken benches and discarded newspapers, and an old train car stood still, covered in layers of grime. The train car's door creaked open, and I saw ghostly figures of passengers inside, their faces pale and eyes hollow. On the third night, I made the decision to investigate the tunnels beneath the station. Equipped with a flashlight and my camera, I descended into the darkness. The tunnels were damp and echoey, filled with the sound of dripping water and the occasional scuttle of small animals. The further I went, the more oppressive the darkness became. The walls seemed to close in on me, and I felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps echoed around me. I turned to find nothing but darkness. My flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. I saw fleeting images of figures moving swiftly in the periphery of my vision, their forms indistinct and unsettling. The whispers grew louder, as if the shadows themselves were speaking directly to me, urging me to leave or face the consequences. By the fourth night, I was desperate. The oppressive atmosphere and the constant presence of unseen entities had taken a toll on me. I discovered an old maintenance room filled with ancient tools and equipment. Among the clutter, I found an old book bound in leather, covered in strange symbols and text. The book appeared to be a collection of rituals and incantations meant to appease or banish spirits. With no other options, I decided to perform one of the rituals, hoping it would drive away the malevolent entities haunting the station. By candlelight, I followed the instructions, chanting the unfamiliar words and tracing symbols on the floor. As I completed the ritual, the station seemed to respond. The shadows retreated, the whispers ceased, and the temperature began to rise. I felt a brief sense of calm, but I knew I had to escape before anything changed. Exhausted and disoriented, I managed to find my way back to the main hall. The once menacing atmosphere had lightened, but the experience had left me shaken. As I reached the station's entrance, I looked back one last time. The station seemed different, less threatening, but still eerie. As dawn broke, I emerged from the station, feeling the warm sunlight on my face for the first time in days. The cursed station, now behind me, looked less like a haunted relic and more like a forgotten piece of history. But the memories of that night would haunt me forever. The whispers, the shadows, and the ghostly figures would remain with me, a constant reminder of the darkness I had encountered. Imagine walking into a place where the past refuses to stay buried, where every shadow seems to harbor a secret, and every sound carries the weight of forgotten tragedies. Tonight, we explore one of America's most haunted locations, the Cursed Station. Once a bustling hub of activity, the Cursed Station now stands abandoned, its silence broken only by the echoes of ghostly whispers and unexplained noises. Join us as we follow a skeptic's journey into this eerie relic of the past, uncovering chilling truths that defy explanation. Get ready for a spine-chilling adventure as we delve into the shadows and discover the terrifying reality of the cursed station. But beware, once you step into the darkness, there's no turning back. Stay with us to uncover the secrets lurking in the abandoned halls of the cursed station.